Right now, at this moment, I have an announcement to make. I'm just kidding. I got. Okay. It's a long speech. I had to break it up a little bit here.
All right, Mayor. Heard any good jokes lately?
I haven't delivered any good jokes lately, that's for sure. I've heard a few, but haven't delivered a few, apparently.
Have you seen the negative feedback from the joke during the State of the City address?
From many friends, trust me. But many people thought it was a funny joke, so it goes both ways, I suppose.
What was the idea behind it?
The idea is, number one, I'm giving a very substantive speech during the State of the City. A lot of serious issues to talk, and it's a lengthy speech. You know, these speeches go 40, 50 minutes, and so we thought we'd break it up with a little humor. People were very concerned about where we are in getting a Sonics team back, and so I assume people are reading the headlines. It wasn't the greatest news coming out of the All-Star break. So we thought we'd mix it up a little bit, have a little fun with it. But we also, I think people understand how intent we are in getting a team back. So some people thought I was actually announcing a team. I didn't believe they would think that. So I do want to apologize to anyone that really thought that was going to be the announcement. But it was all made in good jest.
That was cold, right in front of the former mayor, Greg Nichols, the mayor who gave the team away.
I didn't think of that either. You know, I wasn't going for the headlines in the newspaper. Mayor Harrell's joke falls flat. Once again, I'm openly trying to keep the buzz on the Sonics real. That one of the factors that the NBA will take into consideration is the fan enthusiasm. So hopefully this fired them up. So mission accomplished if they got fired up. I really want a team back here badly, and so we're doing everything possible we can to make that happen. But again, it was just a joke.
And you understand why it's a sore spot. I mean, even after all of these years, the team left in 2008, it's 2025, 17 years. There are a lot of people that are still sore and upset over it.
Well, count me among them. Count me among them. I mean, I grew up with the Sonics. I remember going to games with my mother and father. I talked to former players around. We lost Gus Williams recently. I talked to people that knew him personally. So no, I'm among them. So what do? What we do is we put Seattle in the position to get a team back. We keep the buzz about the Sonics alive. We're living around a generation of people that grew up not having a team here, and that's not you or I. So we'll keep the buzz going. And again, I do apologize if anyone thought it was in poor taste. That was not the intent. But you know, in this job that I have, when you're fighting crime and fighting for strong public safety, you're fighting for good transportation solutions, you have to mix it up once in a while.
From where you sit, why is it taking so long? It seems like there was a lot of buzz. It was going to happen in September, October. Then it turned into, well, maybe this season, and here we are. It's dragging into the end of February, and there's really not a timeline on when this process could start.
Yeah. Well, I think, number one, the NBA is changing rapidly. They're looking at global markets as an example. They're looking at the economics of the game. Even I think the All-Star weekend was perhaps not even what it lived up to be. So when you look at the economics of the game, expanding for two more cities, two more teams is a big deal. It takes a lot of money, and you want to make sure they are in the right market. So it's just not done willy-nilly, so to speak. And so it's a very thoughtful, strategic decision that the owners and the board has to make. Again, we are favorably positioned to get a team. You know, they have the Boston sale that they have to worry about. There's some other issues in the league, legal issues that they're contending with. But again, I think that we are in the best position to get a team, and I think all signs would point to that as a real outcome.
And as far as you know, from where you sit, everything is in position in terms of financing, the building, all of that for the NBA to award an expansion franchise.
Well, I think we are about as good as it gets in terms of positioning ourselves. And I've made it very clear when you look at Climate Pledge Arena, you look at a potential ownership group here, you look at the fan base as evidenced by my joke. We have all of the components to have a great expansion team here. And I think quite honestly, the country sort of knows that as well. You're hearing players talk about how they like coming to the Northwest, they like playing here, they have fond memories of being here. And we have some of the greatest sonic players that are still enthusiastic about this as a possibility. So yes, we're doing everything right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.